Good morning, Aquas. Let's get started on today's reading. Welcome back. Let's see what beautiful messages Spirit may have for you today. Okay, Spirit is with us. The center card is my spiritual card. All right, this could also indicate a lot of you have been spending time by yourself. This is a good thing, guys, all right? Because when you're by yourself, you're most connected to Spirit. That's when you're not on autopilot, and you can think for yourself and connect and get clarity in your life. All right, we can't get clarity when we're scrolling on our phone. That's a distraction, right? Background noise from the television set, music in the car. We need to take these quiet times for ourselves so we can get clarity on our lives, okay? I'm seeing a lot of you have been going through this where you're not really paying attention, the attention that you deserve and you need, all right? And for some of you, it's because things are going on that you really don't want to look at. So don't take this the wrong way, Aquarius, but there's a lot of illusion here. Some of you are just not really looking at things for what they really are. All right. And I'm seeing that once you take a good hard look at all the things going on in your life, you're going to receive this justice. Okay, this is just going to be good for you, even though it feels like it's not. You might feel like you don't want to deal with things right now. You don't want to take a deep look at things because they might be upsetting to you. All right, and then you don't want to really have to deal with these things. But when not dealing with things, they're just there. They're just stagnant in the air, sitting there, right? Nothing is being removed that is unhealthy for you. So it's the same thing day in and day out, where this is in your mind psychologically, and you might think that you're pushing it to the side, but it's there, okay? And it's slowly eating a hole in your brain. So, it's time to go in that closet, guys, and start removing these things that you haven't wanted to really take a good hard look at. All right. Spirit is saying, be strong. And, those of you who are feeling defensive right now and very focused on that, it's time to be strong about the things that you're wanting and get that clarity, because on the other side, happiness awaits, okay? So positivity is on the other side of this. So just, knock them out one by one, the things that are not bringing you happiness, the things that are creating, making you even leaving you feeling like these things are holding you back, okay? So a feeling of being held back by things but not wanting to really do anything about it. That's not good. All right, let's continue. Yeah, so they're saying that these things, they, when you sleep at night, they're working on you psychologically, even though you don't realize it, you don't think about this, but these things are coming up in your dreams, guys, okay? These things that are not balanced in your life. And I am seeing you're totally capable of balancing things out. I'm seeing a lot of you working really hard and working on yourselves, basically, because I'm seeing a lot of growth for Aquarius. There's a lot of growth potential here in the workplace as well. I'm seeing that a lot of you can manifest something in the workplace that you've never really given much thought to. All right, so yeah, that's interesting. All right, I'm seeing a masculine here approaching this feminine. Okay, you might be coming in very quick for this feminine. All right, I'm seeing this reading a lot lately. Okay, so this masculine, there is a masculine who is wanting this feminine and coming in very quick for her. This is about romance now, okay? And there is another feminine, though, in the background here. So I feel like you have someone, you already have someone, a partner, but you're looking at this new feminine, okay? And we have the Lovers card in between. So for some of you, this could be you're actually seeing two different people. For some of you, this could mean you're holding on to a relationship that you're in right now until you find someone else to take their place, okay? And that's what I'm seeing. All right, if this is you, I'm sure you don't want to comment below the video, all right? But you can just say, I can relate, or it's me, or something like that. All right, I'm seeing something here regarding, there's a masculine. One of my beautiful masculines today is feeling like everything is out of balance. Everything's out of balance. Nothing is working right. Nothing's coming in that you want to come in. And you don't know what to do about it. All right. And I feel like you're very smart. You're very intelligent, and you're totally capable of putting action behind the things that need change in your life. Okay. I'm also seeing that there's a relationship of some sort that some of you are ignoring right now. You're just flat out ignoring this person. This doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a family member or someone you're close to. I feel like this could be somebody that, you know, having to do with the separation that we talked about a month ago. The separation meaning that your vibration is rising and you're no longer resonating with people around you, certain people that you've known your whole life, friends, family members, whoever, right, that you always resonated with before. Suddenly you're just, I don't really, you know, have anything to talk about with this person anymore. We're in two different places, you know, our beliefs are starting to change. The things they talk about don't really interest me anymore. So this is a spiritual thing that is actual and it's going on. And I call it the separation. So this is, you know, you're pulling away from somebody who has, you know, either you have nothing in common anymore, and or this is someone who is sucking the life out of you on the daily almost, where, you know, they're just someone vibrating low, so they're putting you down or not. They don't know how to lift people up and say nice things. So this is a person that you're trying to slowly pull away from, it looks like. So all right, at the same time, don't feel bad about it, because I see you, Aquarius, as a person who is extremely giving, and you're meant for much bigger things here. We have the Six of Pentacles here. This is something, some type of project I see you doing in the future that is going to it's going to be so big. I feel like you could become a household name regarding this, all right? And it has to do with helping others, giving to others, all right? You're going to be giving to other people. This could be maybe your community or something much, much larger. I'm seeing that you got here by going through the last tower moment you had a lot of epiphanies, and this put you in like a transformational state of being where you made such a huge transition after going through the things you've gone through. And I also feel that you've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, so a lot of lessons learned. So you've come far, you've gotten a lot of growth out of all of the lessons that you've gone through in your life, lessons and teachings, all right, meaning events and situations. And I am seeing that this is bringing you to a place, Spirit is looking at you like you're something spectacular, and you need to know this, Aquarius. This is the angelic realm in this card protecting you and looking at you like Aquarius is someone is something special right now. Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius is not that they're saying you're better than others, but this is the outstanding sign right now that is meant to do great things, okay, Aquarius? So, you know, not to put pressure on you, but you're expected to do great and wondrous things, All right. And Spirit is right there with you. They want you to know that they love you and they think you are really something special. All right. Here I'm seeing this beautiful feminine. All right. I see you holding on to this relationship even though you're a person. All right. And before I go any further, I have to put this out there, guys, about readings. If you want a reading or you have questions about things, just click on the description below the video. My services are there, and you can email me, all right, if you're interested. Because with this scenario, I'm seeing a feminine, you're holding on to your relationship for dear life, and this person has deceived you, maybe more than once, okay? And you just keep tolerating this for some reason. For some reason, you're feeling you can't do without your person and you're needing them. You can't live without them, and you're just going to be, you're going to fall apart if you're without this person. All right. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this, but the fact that you're putting up with this, it just says to me that you might need to work on yourself a little bit more, to give yourself more confidence so that you have stronger boundaries. We need to have boundaries, guys. We can't let people shit all over us, right? There's always going to be somebody else out there for you. If you're open and, you know, you put yourself out there, you will find somebody, I think, okay? So here I'm seeing a masculine. You're using your intuition. There's something that's requiring you to give a deep thought. And this has something to do with someone that you want, or something that you want that is going to be, this is something you want coming to fruition, actually, Aquarius. So, and I'm also seeing good news around money here, sandwiched in between something you want and something that is going to come to fruition. So I just want you to look at this, because if you're in a financial situation today, Aquarius, where, you know, you're needing more, you need more money, your money is not going as far as you need it to go, this is a very good sign, because this is the card of, well, this is the card of want. This is the card of all the things you're wanting coming to fruition. Celebration and happiness in this card, and things happening for you. This is good news around your money, all right? So this is a great omen for those of you who are, you know, hoping to make more money somehow. Okay, it doesn't mean you should sit around and do nothing. Ask your boss for that raise, especially if you haven't gotten one in a year. Don't let fear hold you back from that. If you ask very nicely, the worst thing that can happen is you get a no. Can't do it right now. All right, I'm seeing somebody is sitting on the fence here. Something needs to move for somebody here today, Aquarius. All right, I'm seeing you sitting on the fence on something that actually needs movement. All right, and you're trying to get clarity on this now. And it's whether or not you should move toward this feminine, or this may not just be a feminine. This is another empath. Okay, so this person that you want to move toward looks to be another empath, just like you. So this could be somebody you've known from another lifetime even. This could be a soulmate that you want to move towards. Something special is attracting you toward this person. You just feel guided and like you have to move toward this empath. And you're getting, this is like an epiphany. And you're getting clarity on this, that this is your person and you're moving toward them. All right. But you're still sitting on the fence somewhat. All right. So make that decision. All right. Here I'm seeing something toxic. All right, somebody's partying too much. All right, you're partying too much. You're celebrating too much. This is going to create a lot of problems in your life. I see you feeling left out in the cold, which is why you're partying to begin with. But this isn't going to improve anything. This is going to make things worse as the more you, this is a vicious cycle, a vicious circle. All right. And it has something to do with, believe it or not, something that happened in your childhood. All right. For some of you, this is your relationship with your father. All right. Something with your relationship with your dad. Made you feel a certain way, and it's carrying through your life. And this is a great thing, a great opener to say this to you guys with, okay? A great example. All right, so the things that had happened to us, the pain that had happened to us when we were young, right? People did things, said things that created a lot of messing with our minds and pain and all kinds of things that we have actually carried with us through our lives. Some of this stuff could have been from previous lives even, right? But you know, it's so easy to look at it this way. You can change your whole perspective and change your entire life in a mere second by how you're holding this in your mind, okay? Yes, when you're young, your brain is like a clean slate. So the people around you are forming opinions, they're forming your emotions and your feelings because you're way too young to be able to think through them on your own, right? But now it's a whole different story. You're grown, and you can absolutely realize that these thoughts and feelings came from toxic people that didn't know how to treat you, didn't know how to lift people up, didn't know how to treat people well or be kind to people. Third dimensionals, basically, right? People stuck in that third dimensional mentality. And now you can separate yourself from that completely, because instead of being the thing they said you were, you could totally separate yourself from that person and say, that's who they are. That is who they told me I was, is a lie. Okay, so all the pain that they put on you was really coming from them, and they put it on you. So you can totally cut this, change your perception on it, cut this pain out of your life by working on this, by separating yourself from this person and telling yourself who you really are. Be truthful to yourself. You're a good person. Would you take the shirt off your back to help another? Yes, you would. And you don't deserve to be carrying this shit. This is someone else's shit you're carrying, right? Just look at it that way, guys. All right, so let's continue here. I'm seeing somebody needs to speak up about something that's been burdening you, all right? Because this is some kind of attachment, a commitment that you're in, all right? I do see a burden in between your new path, your new discovery, your new way of being. I see a victory card here, and I see a new path, a new beginning for you. In the center of this, I'm seeing a huge burden. All right, so for some of you, I feel like you don't know how to get out of a situation, a very painful situation that you might be in. You might be questioning, how, realistically, there are people that, like yourself, that don't know how. How do I get out of this? How do I move forward? And I'm going to tell you how. Just by putting action behind it. If you want it bad enough and it hurts bad enough, you will find a way to get yourself out of any huge burden like this. And Spirit is basically telling you it's time for that new start. That's all it's going to take. So, look at your steps that you have to take to remove yourself from this painful situation. Is it that you need to move away from somebody who's bringing the pain on? Are you in a relationship with someone who doesn't know how to lift you up and is constantly putting you down and sucking the life out of you? If that's the case, what do you need to do? Do you need to get a job so you can be financially free of this person? Do you need to make a move and tell this person, it's not working and it's time for you to move out? All right. So just by putting these actions and, without putting too much pressure on yourself, you can make these moves, guys. You're strong enough to do it. Okay. Yeah. And I'm seeing also a lot of Spirit basically is telling all of you today All right. There are new paths available to you. All right. For those who are going through conflict and feeling trapped or stuck, or, and you know who you are, though. You know you deserve something better. That's all you need to know, guys, is that you deserve something better. And if you really feel that way about yourself and you love yourself, it is time to go down that path of your choosing. All right. And the path of your choosing is going to be the opposite path of these things that are causing you sadness, some of you regret, stuckness, inner conflict. All of these things need not be moving into these new timelines and this new earth we're moving into. All right. These are third dimensional emotions and feelings from things of the past. All right. Also, if you're feeling fearful about what's going on around you in the world, guys, there's a different perception for you to be had. And that is, you're watching all of the crap that depressed you, held you back in the past, made you feel like you weren't as good as someone else, made you feel like it's impossible to live the way things are. All of that you're watching crumbling, going away. All right. There is a feeling like the rug has been pulled out from underneath us because we have never been in a situation like this before. It's just, if you look at the big picture and you're scrolling on YouTube, you see it. It's a culmination of everything negative being called out, right? The truth is being called out. Lies cannot hide anymore, and lies are all of the negativity, all of the enslavement that you have been under, all of that third dimensional stuff. That is what the third dimension is when I refer to it. All of that negativity, right? You're seeing it explode. It's going away, and a rebirth. We are in the process of this unbelievable new rebirth. This is something we have never seen before. We will be experiencing all new things that we have never experienced before. This is going to bring in beauty. It's going to bring in an easy life for us, a most magnificent, beautiful life where we're going to finally have happiness, contentment. We're going to have enough of everything. No one's going to be lacking. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And I hope that some of you, if not all of you, are hopeful for this. And, if you don't believe it's coming, I hope there's just that little glimmer in your soul, something telling you that it's possible. And maybe you're going to start paying attention and seeing little glimmers of light that have to do with these things coming into play to give you that hope. Guys, this is the end of the reading. I hope that it resonated for you. If you're still with me, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I'll see you next time.